Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man, P.O.
The original, baby. It's all good. That's all right, man. I don't mind it, brother. I don't mind being introduced. Right. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? New week, new episode.
Now, I'm about to say, you can't forget the new week, new episode.
That's right.
That's your line.
As we say each and every week,
right there,
you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you.
That. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know?
So, here we are,
Here we are.
Countdown truly begins. I mean, it already began last weekend technically, but on our way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, P's still excited, everybody.
Very much so.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And, I'm quite sure you've seen the videos.
Yeah.
I've been living my best life with that situation, enjoying it.
Listen.
The whole blow the whistle thing, man. Yeah. Shout out to Gilly, man. You really...
Shout out to
got the internet King. Taking over, man.
Shout out to Gilly the King for actually sparking this epidemic.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Shout out. Whistle, you know how E say, one's the powder anthem.
Yeah. Listen. Candy is a powder. It's a powder anthem.
Okay.
You never knew that?
Nah.
No. I'm not saying you should know because it's like you deal with powder or anything
I don't think
like
you're
that.
insinuating.
What I'm saying
I think that's a legitimate question.
What I'm saying is,
right.
It's the powder anthem because.
Yeah. Would you have been disappointed if I did know what that was for?
No. If you knew what the songs were. No, because I know.
True. Right. And I'm not because I don't suspect you of it.
Yeah, it's the art, but it's the artist. Even when he walk, what did he say? It takes over me, just like candy.
Yeah.
Think it works.
Yeah. Just now.
Yeah. It just synced in.
Just now, yeah.
Yeah, it just synced in.
Just synced in.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because, we all know what the song Mary Jane was about.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in love with Mary Jane.
First off, Rick was,
So that was cameos. Listen, Rick, you mess with the Mary Jane, I mess with that candy. That nose candy. Right. That's what that was. Clapped it up for that one.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Because you cleared up some things.
Yeah.
I mean, on the strength of Gilly doing it, as the unofficial.
Shout out to Gilly King. Shout out to Wallow.
Eagles, as they calling him the unofficial Eagles hype man.
Right.
Or they might not even be saying hype man. They may be saying something else they calling it. But anyway, unofficially, coming out with him on the field, bringing him out, and, in the locker room, doing all that stuff.
He's the ultimate fan for him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Way to, bring those songs back, and not that they went anywhere, but I guarantee you the spins they get now is crazy.
Right.
But yeah, so, excited, obviously, on the countdown of that. Mm-hmm. And first off, my week's been fine.
That's good.
Now we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Excited. You've been seeing it.
Right.
Getting ready for the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
How's your week, man?
Good. Busy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got refocused in a lot of areas. Because sometimes we'll lose focus, don't even realize it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's because momentum is the key.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could just be going through the motions, and people don't even realize you're going through the motions because you're doing something that you usually do. So you got some people, like, just say, for example, me as a DJ, I am very blessed to be able to continuously work as a DJ.
Absolutely.
Right now, it's the quiet season of DJing for most people.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally after New Year's Eve,
stuff kind of cool out for a little bit.
It kind of like goes dark because we've been partying.
Yep.
It picks up. DJ season kicks back in March.
Uh-huh.
And if you're a working DJ like myself, which I'm thankful for, you're gonna go from March to December.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
You gotta put your break in there. You gotta create that.
Got you.
That time for yourself. Because
absolutely.
So even though I was going through those motions and constantly working, I was still a little off focus.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wasn't really. So I just, this week I kind of regained focus in a lot of areas.
Well, that's
that's great week. A great week. Let's clap it up for that. Man.
Absolutely, clap it up for that, and obviously,
toast to that.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, great week. Great week. No
complaints. Great week. So, speaking of seasons,
yes, sir.
Got to talk about this NBA season.
Oh, I thought I spilt this.
I would have been a different season.
That would have been something, you know. I'm trying to sit up, too. You know what I mean? I
understand.
Sometimes I be lounging, man.
That's okay.
You know, like, who do you love?
It's the porch, man.
Yeah.
It's the porch, what you're supposed to do. NBA season.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Minding my business last night.
Right.
Because I can do it for free.
Seen it this morning.
Okay.
I didn't even see it last night. At the time that we're recording this, guys, we want you to understand.
So, breaking news.
Breaking.
You know, they say everything breaking news, but, you know, I'm looking, okay.
But this was breaking news.
Breaking news.
This was real breaking news.
Breaking news. The Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks have completed a trade sending Luka Doncic to L.A. in exchange for Anthony Davis.
Exactly.
And there was more to it. It was a 3-team trade deal.
Utah, Clippers was involved too, right?
Utah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the Jazz, the Lakers, and the Mavs.
Okay.
All right.
That's why P on the story, because
the Jazz actually wound up getting a player in a draft pick. And, you know, there was some other moving around that took place. Interesting, because up until this point, we never knew, you know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in these guys' lives anyway in terms of potential trades and stuff like that. But it was one that definitely, like, shook up the actual league. And here's the thing that's a little bit different. I've seen a few different, they was calling them reactions from different players. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, just a few of them. And, you know, a bunch of other people. You know, Big Perk and all them guys. They had different responses. Kevin Durant said something because they asked him a question about his reaction about it taking place. And he said, it's a big deal. It's a real big deal. He said, because I think that what winds up happening is, and he was able to kind of, not from a trade perspective, go back into his own, you know, personal experience about moving and leaving Oklahoma City. Kind of did it briefly. I seen what he was doing. It was smooth how he did it, in my opinion.
Got you. I didn't see it. I need to see it, though.
Yeah, you got to check that one out. So they asked him, you know, how he felt about it. And he said, yo, it's a big deal. He said because Luka was one of those guys who was kind of known in the league that was untouchable.
Yeah.
Right? He was untouchable.
Yeah.
Mind you, young man, he's 25. He'll be 26 at the end of this month.
Right.
All right. Untouchable. It just wasn't going to happen. It would have taken, you know, you don't even know what the dream scenario would have been to even be able to acquire him.
Right.
But he turns around and then reporter that was talking to him asked him about whether or not it was something that was like a business. Right. Was it transactional? That's the exact term. And Kevin Durant said it's always transactional.
Always.
It's always. He says it's always transactional. He said the difference is he said that fans will be fans of players, but they hold a certain level of loyalty to the players. Right. But it's never to the organizations who actually have the leverage to be able to trade you wherever. Right. So a person may turn around and say, oh, what's going on with the Mavs organization? That's crazy they would trade Luka, but you can't pin a certain person. You may say the owner of the team or maybe a GM, but other than that, you really don't know if those are the people, right?
Cuban still own it, you know?
I believe Mark Cuban still has
the Mavs.
He may be total owner and partnership. I don't know. But I haven't heard anything other than him not being there. Yeah. But when he said that, it made me go, wow. You know what I mean? He said, on the surface, it'll always look like the player was disloyal. It's going to always look like that,
I'm going to let you finish going because I'm going to tap in a minute.
The kind of money that we make, you can never ask the question whether or not it's transactional. Yeah. Because it's transactional for everyone. Yeah. Like, we don't pay ourselves. Organizations pay us. But if organizations decide they want to go in a different direction, they want to trade it.
That's real.
The player looks like it's subject to be a person who is in question of being loyal.
I explained to my man, shout out my man Dre. Dre always watch the show. Shout out to him, man.
Peace,
Clap
Dre.
it up for Dre,
Absolutely.
man. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, we was talking when we was working together. Diehard Laker fan, been one forever.
Now I'm going to ask you the same question they've been asking everybody else after you say what you said.
Right. I said one day I was in the job, and somebody was like, hey, who your basketball team, whatever. I said, I'll probably never have a basketball team again.
Okay.
I said, and bro, you know, that's my favorite sport. Ultimately.
Always.
Yeah.
Always
ultimately,
been.
Basketball has always been my favorite
number one.
sport.
Yep.
But, you know, I've always loved to play that sport, but I've always loved to watch football. It's just a different type of excitement.
I get it. Yeah.
But I said, bro, players move around, and I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
We like teams because of players.
Mm-hmm.
I said in the NBA, for some reason, it's different in the NBA
Mm-hmm.
than it is in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you may have had some people
Mm-hmm.
become Eagle fans once Saquon went there.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
But
yeah, I'm quite sure.
More stayed with the Giants, even with the L's.
I agree. Yeah, especially teams.
Because it's just football, bro. That's just how football works.
And that organization has a lot of history and stuff.
You know what I mean?
So those
and
people don't jump
y'all see me working on the mic stand. I'm gonna get a new one soon.
Every time you go to Twisted like that, I pray to God you don't snap. Pop! I'll be just waiting on the day.
Oh, not.
I mean, it won't be in your intentions.
We gonna clap it up for that not to happen. You know what I mean?
That's
but I'm
gonna
laugh at it at the same time.
I'll be like, please work with him.
Yeah.
So
You know what I mean? But anyway, most people who break down and say the loyalty, will go against the actual player,
right?
Just be upset because, let's just keep it 100. When everybody went crazy with Oklahoma City, let's use KD first.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because we were just talking about it.
Yep. He's a great example
jersey
too.
And everything like that.
Yep.
Y'all ain't have no super longevity with Oklahoma City. They was
Did
new.
you know any OKC fans?
Yeah, because they were new. They
were an expansion.
People keep forgetting that
he
got
Sonic.
Exactly.
He was a Sonic.
Sonic first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like
so when he decides to go to a different team,
right.
Yes, he was the star of the team. That's the problem.
He stayed with him during the expansion.
Yeah.
The changing of the name.
But at the end of the day, let's just be real. That's his job.
That's what he said.
Right? That's his job.
Yeah.
If your job stopped paying you today or give you some type of frustration or somebody offer you or you, let's say, for example, whatever business you in, right? Let's say you're in, let's use this, the water business, right?
Why not? Right. Why not? Because everybody needs it.
Everybody needs it.
And it's shown up transactional.
And I'm going to say 24 years in the water business, right?
Okay.
All right, let's keep it 100.
Okay.
And I find out another water company want to pay me double. I'm supposed to say I'm loyal to the water company I'm at? Right. That don't even make sense.
Right. Because
if the water company that I'm quote unquote supposed to be loyal to don't want to pay me no more, I'm leaving them all.
Here's the thing.
That ain't even nothing to think about.
If you stayed for less, a person would look at you and say, I heard they was going to give you X, Y, and Z, and you stayed here. Yeah, I'm loyal to the team. No, you're dumb to a fault.
Yeah.
You should have went on ahead and left.
Right.
Because that's water. So that's money. You know what I'm saying?
The people get upset because these people are making different decisions for their family.
Right.
But the reason why...
Lying, because every time you scratch your neck a little bit, I don't know if you... That was too straightforward. I should have kind of like...
I ain't lying, okay? Man. I ain't got no reason to lie. But here's the difference, though. So one would say...
Yeah.
Well, E, you loyal to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's your team.
Mm-hmm.
Players done came and went and all that. Work done.
That's right.
Sean King.
That's right.
Warren Sapp.
That's right.
Which led me to the Bucs was Warren Sapp.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
But it's something about the football as being the ultimate team sport.
Absolutely.
Because in basketball, they can lose one player. Now, in football, I'm not saying it's impossible for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because if you lose your QB, because Miami had high hopes this season.
Yeah.
Until Tua went down.
Yeah.
But it's just a difference, man.
Yeah,
in my opinion with that. But
I agree.
No, it's not the player's fault.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. So like you
have a feeling not care. LeBron ain't care when he was. Oh yeah, I'm going to Miami.
Well, I just think that I think that sports for some reason, like certain other things, has this sense of loyalty because the fans look at these people as like Charles Barkley said before, I'm not a role model. They look at them as certain. It's like super larger than life figures. Right. You know, I always wanted to be like this player. I wanted to do this, that, and the third, right? So when you look up and you see a situation where your favorite player goes somewhere else, you go through a whole series of breakdown mentally when you forgot really like he was here because he got drafted there or he got traded there or there was a contract that sent him there. Right. Now Luka, and I don't know if you knew or not, basically, from what I'm getting, you getting information so fresh and new, it's coming out slow. But it's coming out fast, and you just don't know what to hang on to, whether it's real, not, whatever. But supposedly, he had kind of already let the organization know,
right,
that they were going to, they were going to offer him a supermax deal, somewhere between $345 and $350 million to be able to come in, extend him to stay on the pause, extend him. That's crazy. Yeah. Would you let somebody extend you for $345 million?
Extend me?
It shouldn't be weird now, but it is. It is. And you didn't answer, so you would. That's what I'm gathering.
What do you mean? Would
you let somebody extend you for?
Add something to me?
You gonna have to make it nasty, because I'm not gonna make it nasty. I'm telling you how it's written. You want me to make that nasty? So what I'm saying to you, what I'm saying?
What is wrong with us today?
Want a show, at least? I told you, I asked you ever had a clean show? Yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying? So he was in line.
It's the Porch, man.
To be able to receive a contractual extension.
There you go. There you go. Clap it up.
Being specific.
P.
For between $345 million and $350 million for 5 years. It's a supermax deal. He had already told him, from what I'm reading, what I've gathered, that he was not going to accept that deal. And basically, it was probably in their best interest to shop him to some degree to get some kind of return. Because if he had exhausted his contract,
he could just sign anywhere else.
He can get nothing.
Yeah.
So these are the things that kind of, from what I'm hearing, go on behind the scenes. Because once again, it's transactional, right? Luka never told you I wanted to be a Maverick for life. No. But if you fell in love with the player and you're a Mavericks fan, you assume that he was so great and nasty that he would want to be there for life. Man got a family. I don't know him, but I know if he's in line to potentially get it, I'm quite sure if he told his family, look, they're going to offer me $350 million for the next 5 years to stay here. I don't want to be here. They probably had to, what's the other move then? You know what I'm saying? But when he expressed probably how he felt about the situation, it was different.
Because that's all that matters.
That's really what
peace
is really all that matters.
Even though I just said what I said about the company when off you do, it's still all that matters where you at peacefully in your mind.
Right there.
Right.
And that's the part that kind of KD was kind of saying. Like at the end of the day, you got to imagine as an athlete, there's a price tag for your talent.
Right.
Right. Whatever your talent, your ability, and stuff is.
Right.
You gonna go, and that's not, to me, that's not disloyalty. You gonna go wherever it's going to be advantageous enough for you to be able to get what you need to get to make things good for you and your family.
So here's the thing.
That's not disloyalty, not in my opinion. It might feel different, I don't know.
Here's the thing. These guys are already rich. Right?
Right.
So you got to understand it's different. It's not just about money. Now, at the same time, they don't mean they go play for $1.
Right.
Just be real.
But when we talked about transactional, though, right. Even in relationships, personally,
it's transactional.
It ain't always got to be about money.
People will look and say, "Well, KD's the one to talk," because you gonna have them people. It ain't the fact that he left, man. It's the fact that he went to the ones who beat him. I ain't got to say pause, because you know it's there already. Why you keep looking? Look how you looking at the camera, America.
The ones who beat him and paused.
He went to the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. That's what people's gripe was about.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. When you already got the money, you're already an all-star. Mm-hmm. You're already, some people feel like you're the best in the league, especially at that time. Mm-hmm. There's only one thing left for you to do. It's win. We got to realize he didn't get traded.
No.
He signed a free agent. So he's supposed to say, nah, I ain't going to sign to Golden State.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. I mean, no disrespect, but
y'all the one to put us out the playoffs.
Look how everything turned out. Westbrook stayed.
Yeah.
Because he was super loyal, and I'm staying. Ultimately, he wound up leaving. And
he became a journeyman.
He became a journeyman. And
so did KD.
But he also became a champion.
But he also got 2 rings.
Right, he became a champion.
It's a difference, too.
Right.
Because everybody will look at it like It'll never happen. It's again, we're going to go back to football for a second. It's never Buffalo seemed to can't beat Kansas City. It's Josh Allen just can't get past Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right? So how the ultimate team sport now become about the 1-1, right?
Yeah.
2 players.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to basketball where it makes a little bit more sense because what game other than, especially growing up in the hood, that you can play one-on-one was basketball. Unless you was a tennis player, which some people play tennis. I ain't going to act like, we had tennis courts right up the street.
No doubt.
Right? But we're going to talk about basketball. KD always said LeBron James was his goal, like to beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pause. I put that out there, But LeBron James.
A lot of beating going.
Was
A lot of beating.
game show that came on for a second. You didn't even know. But.
No, I knew.
Yeah. So it was just always the thing. So I'm not saying that he said, I'm going to go to state just to beat LeBron. But when they started offering him the money, because free agents say, okay, we can sign Kevin Durant. We'll give him this. And he said, okay, that money good. I know I got a shot at winning the championship because that's the Golden State Warriors. They had a dynasty. Let's just keep it real. 9 times out of 10, we're going to be playing the kid from Akron in the finals.
Yeah.
Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Because you got to realize, when he was in Oklahoma City, they made it to the finals.
Right.
That's who beat him. People, you could be loyal to your team. Be loyal to your sports team if you want. But don't take it so personal when the star decides to make a decision for their life. Because it's their life.
I think that's
just like
that's
you choose to be loyal,
Yeah.
they're not being disloyal. They're making the best decisions that they want to do for them.
That's where I'm at.
That's in a free agent type situation.
That's where I'm at. I mean, any situation.
But we was really talking about this trade.
That's what I'm saying. So
That was surprising. I'm sorry. We just went off because we talked about with KD, but we really was speaking on the trade. I'm sorry.
Well, no. I mean, KD had a good point. Like I said, they had just because they're going around the league. So many different significant players' reactions to certain things like that.
KD cracked me up the other day. He was arguing with Gary Payton in the crowd. You see
I
that?
seen that.
Yeah.
So crazy, man. You know how that go. But the point is just that so people start to ask the question. They asked Devin Booker too. How does this change the powers in that particular conference, like in you know what I mean in the West? And you say, well, that all remains to be seen. Like there's a lot of nothing against it. Like there's a lot of people that wind up getting paired, and everybody's like, oh, this is gonna be great. The thing once again, because life is transactional.
Right.
Talking about this trade.
Right.
Luka is 25 years old. Right. LeBron is 40 years old. He's 15 years older now. Technically, 15 because they both neither one of their birthdays.
His birthday's in December. He just turned 40. Yeah.
So you got to look at it from the perspective of, and somebody else said it on there. It said it's only about 3 franchises that's in the league that are powerhouses: Lakers, the Knicks, and if I had to throw a third one in, maybe Chicago. Well, at one point or another, but definitely those two.
It's markets. The markets,
right? The markets are large, right? Point being, in that situation, is the Lakers are getting ready to start to insulate themselves for the future. We do have to start to prepare life for after LeBron. As amazing as he is, and as you would have to do what you did in order to be able to start to prepare yourself for the future of that particular organization.
At this point, LeBron is like how Tom Brady is. If he decides to keep playing, they'll love to have him.
That's cool.
But at the same time, it makes perfectly good sense to bring in a player like Luka, because even AD ain't no spring chicken. You see
It's
what I'm
31.
saying? Yeah,
It's 31.
But in sports, that's older.
That's what I'm saying.
That's older.
I mean,
so he's not no spring chicken.
Yeah.
The shocking thing about the trade, even because we know about the transactional, right? And it's right. KD is right. But the shocking thing about the trade is, it's just nothing we seen. Like, we didn't think. Like, I didn't even hear no rumors about it.
But why would you?
Right.
I think
usually we do though.
about it. But see, it's not to be funny. The trade, is so large. It's no, I don't expect it because
I get you.
Because
I like it better this way.
Well, first off,
I like it better. We
from
had
what
no
I'm
choice,
understanding, Dallas approached the Lakers like a week ago, if not more.
Okay.
They had been approached him because they went to Luka to basically let him know, we're going to offer you the Supermax deal.
I'm not signing.
I'm not going to sign it. So you may want to start considering what that looks like. Even remember, Luka hasn't played since Christmas.
Right.
I don't know if anybody's paying attention to that. Luka ain't played since Christmas. AD didn't play last night.
Yeah.
That's why when he was talking about LeBron was surprised. He got the phone call. And then AD was congratulating the Lakers for getting the win without him. You got to remember, because a lot of this comes up to, and I want to put this season in the pot, because I'm not going to say that I don't believe that LeBron knew how and specifically when it could potentially happen. But because of his influence on that team, I find it very hard to believe that moving a person as big as AD was unbeknownst totally to him, especially considering the fact that I believe LeBron and AD have the same agent. I
know Rich Paul had LeBron, Tristan Thompson, Draymond Green, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about AD though. But I get what you're saying. You're saying like you don't think he. I'm not saying he didn't know at all, but I don't think he had any influence on it. And the reason why I don't think that he had any influence on it,
I think he did. But I think when we say influence, I think we looking at it from blessing perspective. You have my blessing to going forward.
No, I'm not looking at it as blessing.
I'm not saying you per se, but I'm just saying in general. Once again, because it's transactional, because it's a business, and because he's 40 years old, the Lakers are saying,
right, but
we gotta start. You know what I mean?
But my thing is, that's what I'm saying. But
they didn't want him to be blindsided. That's why I think he did know.
No, I think I said he knew, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he had an influence on saying the of course, like you said, per se the blessing, because it's the Lakers. The Lakers ain't gonna let nobody tell them what to do. LeBron might say this would be a good fit in here with us, with me, with this player here a few seasons ago.
Right.
But he don't got that same influence on the Lakers that he do with Cleveland as much as everybody think. To a certain extent, that's still LA, man. That's still the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro. You think that anybody's going to tell Jerry Jones for Dallas who to get and who not to get?
Well, I think Jerry Jones. You talking about player wise?
Yeah, regardless, can't nobody tell him nothing. He's Jerry.
Right? No, I don't think that. But what I do think is because Dallas approached him.
Yeah,
like they didn't go the other way.
Yeah, I think they did tell him
because
I think
Dallas,
he does.
This is why I'm saying.
I believe he knows.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
but the way that post was wrote, that people said he didn't know, I don't think he knew it happened. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm not saying he didn't.
That's what I was saying to you. I don't think he know.
Bro,
I don't think he know when it was going to happen.
I think AD even knew it was a chance, because guess what? Not you, not me, the universal you. Most people think like we said, from a fan's perspective.
It's Rich Paul.
Okay. And so exactly, he definitely knew.
He said after the Lakers and the Mavericks agreed to the deal late Saturday night, Rob Pelinka made 3 calls in quick succession.
Right.
Sources told ESPN.
Yeah.
A joint call with Anthony Davis and J.J. Redick.
Right.
A call to Davis's agent, Rich Paul, and a call to LeBron James.
Right.
Those are the 3 people.
Yeah.
So it was J.J. Redick, Anthony Davis, and LeBron.
Here's the thing, America, before y'all sit here and say LeBron sold him out.
Because that's what's going to be said.
Right.
That's what's going to be said.
And I know I'm an ultimate LeBron James fan. It's business.
This is why the word has been transactional. I keep saying,
that's what we're trying to say.
That's why
that's what it is, transaction.
And that's what it is. Yeah, that's why KD said. Yeah. When they asked him, you think it's transactional? He said it's always transactional.
So that's the thing. The media was going to paint this picture to make you feel like that you should hate LeBron James now because he want to lose.
And that's why I keep saying the same thing.
So did LeBron know? Yes. Right? What I think LeBron didn't know, like, because the post say, right? I think I got it right here. Let me read it verbatim.
Absolutely.
Right? Dave McMenamin. I don't know who
that's
is.
That's his name. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
LeBron James learned, you got to pay attention to words, of the Davis-Doncic trade after the Knicks game when it broke while he was out to dinner with his family. Sources close to James told ESPN. James was surprised by the news, is processing it and had no idea it was in the works. Now, that's his words. That don't mean LeBron really knew that.
There you go.
That's his words.
There you go.
But when it happened, he didn't know that. He may not have known that it happened.
Because it makes you wonder. It says sources said it, right? Somewhere in the lines of that. Well, what source called you and let you know that LeBron was at dinner when they called him?
This is what I'm saying.
He got the shrimp. He got the shrimp with the lobster.
But, certain people who have influence, me being Mr.
And then when I want to paint a specific narrative,
right?
Like we talk about all the time.
Exactly.
You know that. When I want to paint a narrative like, oh, LeBron was blindsided, that's to, in my opinion, offset the speculation that he had a hand in actually making or being a part of the transaction taking place in the first place.
Right.
I gotta make him surprised, and I'm not saying he's not, to some degree. I gotta make him surprised in this statement so that way I can save face and he doesn't look like the person who helped kind of turn the screws in the situation.
Yeah, but see the thing is, people misunderstand the relationships that some players have with teams. They're not gonna have it with every team. I'm not saying that LeBron and LA don't have a great relationship, because they do, right? Mm-hmm. Because everybody will turn around and quote unquote, well, look at the Bronny situation. You keep forgetting it's transactional, it's business, right?
So do that right there, though. But that right there,
but
why it does it, because you can't have that kind of thought to have that kind of leverage and power and ability,
right?
Or the ability to be able to have that sway,
okay, right,
and not have it in a situation like you can't have it both ways.
Listen, to what I'm saying to everybody. KD just told y'all it's transactional.
That's
a
right.
person that's involved with it, okay?
Right.
He just explained how it's transactional, right?
Right.
My point that I'm trying to make everybody understand is this. Relationships are built with stars, okay? The Lakers started, when Jerry West bought that team, a lot of people, I'm going to give y'all a fun fact. Jerry West was a rookie owner. Magic Johnson was the rookie player.
That's right.
Right? They built the Lake Show and his legacy together. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Talk
now, Dan Gilbert, that's his name, I think, that owned Cleveland. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me at by down.
Yeah, I believe that's it, though.
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure that's
it. Cleveland had Kyrie, no, they had Kyrie at the time. Cleveland was trash, got the number 1 pick, drafted the kid from Akron because it's close to home. Just fell in it. Him and Dan Gilbert had this relationship. The reason why Dan Gilbert could feel the way that he felt and called LeBron a coward, whatever he called him when he left, is because he thought that they had an alliance together, right? But LeBron still wasn't wrong for doing that, because he did something that he wanted to do. Now, for all y'all old school people that's going to sit back, Mike never left. Okay. Mike never left, but they wasn't making the same money back then. Kevin Durant, who has been in the league for a long time. How many? It's probably close to 20 years for LeBron, for KD now. You know what I mean? To be honest,
I mean,
it's close to 20.
He was a Sonic.
Yeah, he's telling.
OKC has been around.
Right. He's telling you it's transactional.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Mike never left, because at the time, Mike had money off his endorsements. He was good. So he was cool. But I guarantee you, when a free agency time came, back then, if somebody wanted to give him a crazy $300 million, $400, a $500 million contract, Mike would have slid.
Yeah.
But we'll never know. Because y'all will sit there and say, no, he wouldn't. You know Michael Jordan? You don't.
KD been in the league since 07.
This is what I'm saying. So it's 18 years.
18 years.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is my point that I'm making to everybody. So he knows what he's talking about. It's always been transactional.
Absolutely.
So even when LeBron James, I want y'all to know, me and Pete talk about this all the time.
That's right.
It don't matter what team LeBron James goes on. Right now, even at this age, he's the face. It doesn't matter. He's the face of the NBA.
There's really nothing he can actually do about it at this point.
At this point, it's too.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, the man is in career total counting the playoffs and everything. He's almost at 50,000 points.
Yep.
Nobody's never did that.
Yep.
So, of course, it's going to always feel like he got an influence on the team because they respect him as what he did for the game.
Yeah.
But it's transactional, everybody.
Yeah.
The Lakers said, because you got to realize, if Dallas approached them last week,
based on
Dallas approached them.
Based on sources.
How was that LeBron James fault?
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
before y'all say it.
Go a step further and do this.
How is that?
Go for a step further and say this. Dallas was in the NBA Finals last
year.
One would turn around and say, why would you trade away the face of that franchise the year after you went to the NBA Finals?
Right.
And this is why I tend to lean more with my research I was doing that Luka pretty much let him know.
If you're going to send me somewhere.
I'm not happy with the situation.
Right.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you offer me that Supermax deal because I'm not going to accept it.
Right.
Now, he probably went, I'm assuming, went a step further and said, you might as well try to see what you can get for me now. And I think, personally speaking, they looked around and they realized what that team could actually use, right? And they said it to him. What about the Lakers? What about the Lakers? Who's coming here? We're going to see what we can get, them to agree to. And I believe at that point the wheels start turning for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when I believe actually they started having the conversation and Rich Paul got a call because they looked at the Lakers and the Lakers, we not giving up LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but there ain't but one big chip left on the table outside of him then. Mm-hmm. What we going to do? And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to ask you the same question they've been asking. They asked Stephen A. Smith. They asked, Big Perk, a few other people. Who you think got the best out of the situation?
I think LA.
And they answered it two ways, but I'm going to see what you want to say.
I think LA won in that trade.
Okay.
Because that trade was clearly for the future. See,
Okay.
if everybody's looking at the now, I don't believe that the Lakers are going to win the championship because they got Luka Doncic today.
Absolutely.
Like I don't believe that.
Okay.
That's not. Who's going to protect the rim?
So that's where we are now.
Who's going to protect
That's
the
where
rim?
everyone is. Like all of the experts, all of the analysts, that's what all of the people are now. That's where they are.
But it's the future. So it's not like this is going to change them to win the championship right now.
No.
LA understands that legacy is everything.
Absolutely.
So they always look for the next thing.
That's right.
So they looked in the league. So they thought about it, right? Because the Bronny James situation was a transactional thing that Rich Paul spoke on and wanted to know. I got to make this clear, because we always had speculation that I think it's called Clutch Sports, whatever it is, it's what holds, whatever the company is that Rich Paul runs. But everybody's always talked about that LeBron is the owner, like the silent partner.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell he didn't know what AD being, with them being the agent. Now, but he is refuting another part that they're saying. Right.
That he was like unhappy with AD. He said it's an effing lie.
Yeah.
That was LeBron. Yeah. He said, I never said that.
Yeah. See that's the part that everybody's going to do.
He going to unfortunately heavy as the head to wear the crown. Because they made it their business to keep calling him King James so much today.
Right.
And I was looking, not that I haven't heard King James before, but I was looking, I was like, why are they like driving the King and King James and that he was refuting it.
You know why?
I'm telling you, because they want to paint that narrative,
they claim, because they go back and say that that LeBron said trade Kyrie when he never said that. That wasn't his words. What it was is Kyrie decided to go, when he traded for Cleveland, they asked him, did you talk to LeBron about this? He said, what I need to talk to LeBron for? Yeah. Now, don't get it wrong. Everybody always felt like Kyrie asked to leave.
Yeah, and he took that as being sunned.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing that. They were asking him, like, bro, do you know we built this around y'all?
Yeah.
Like, did you talk to him? Because I'm figuring y'all got a strong relationship.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not because
No, it wasn't.
Make sure it was,
not the team is asking that.
No, I'm saying anybody who
Stephen A. had asked
I think
that.
he may have been, nothing against that, but he may have been, presenting it, and it may have came off different with Stephen A. Yeah. But I think not from the Sun perspective, but like, I thought that, like, y'all two was like Tango and Cash, Batman and Robin type of situation.
But again.
I think that was.
But again, now, later, if you ever watch Kyrie in the interview with the Pivot, he stated, man, if I'd stayed, that was multiple championships.
Yeah.
He said it all the time.
Yeah.
Because a few years ago, it was speculated that they was trying to get him to LA.
They were.
You see what I'm saying?
They were.
They were trying to get him in LA. But Kyrie is older.
Yep.
LeBron is older.
Yep.
Like, let's really just look at it, everybody. Let's just really pay attention. Top young 20s, in their 20s player.
Mm-hmm.
Luka,
mm-hmm.
Ja Morant,
yep.
And what's in the
Spider.
Yeah, that's Spider.
Spider tough too.
Spider, but I'm talking about
You're talking about Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
But yeah, Spider is
Yeah, play for Cleveland.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
But my point I'm trying to make,
Mm-hmm.
after them, young like that, that's going to be the face of the league.
Yeah.
So the thing that the Lakers have always wanted to establish, everybody, is having a face of the league.
That's right.
When have they not?
That's why, to me, it shouldn't be difficult to see
Right.
that this is more about the Lakers
In the future.
and less about anything to do with
Right.
whatever LeBron
They feel like
may have
a
had
gift
part of
came to them.
Right. Right.
It wasn't, because
Right.
think about it. AD, it ain't like AD play every night anyway.
Bruh, I mean, you talking
I'm
about,
telling you who next.
bruh.
Embiid next.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Embiid's next.
Embiid is
and it
next.
pains me to say it as a Sixers
PG
fan.
ain't going to be there too much longer either.
Yeah.
They about to start building around Maxey. They have to.
Yeah.
They have
at this
to,
point.
bro.
But once again, I think, and you got to understand, these organizations know superstars when they see them, right? And they know that the fans are attached to the superstars.
Right.
Because you can have a guy that's on the team that's subpar at best, and they'll go out and buy their jersey just because they like that player.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't care what team they go to, they'll buy the next jersey.
Right.
At the next team.
Right.
And a lot of that. See, the funny thing about loyalty is that when it comes up a situation where Joker will turn around and be like, well, yo, he went to that team, and you'll look at them and say, so you're a Suns fan now? Because KD went there? Like, yeah, no, I always was rocking with the Suns. Okay, cool. It wouldn't matter if you became a Suns fan. The point that I want to make with it is it's okay. You enjoy the sport of basketball,
right.
and that happens to be a player that you really like. We just make it more personal.
Absolutely.
Than necessary.
Corny, yo.
Yeah. So my whole thing with all of that, because of course it looks different. Like, to see certain players in certain uniforms.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I had to walk around, not for like maybe one season. I had to walk around. I'm a Bucks fan. Pre-Tom Brady, way before Tom Brady, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't dislike him as a person, but I hated to play against Brady. I hated, man, Brady just always, until he came to the Bucks. And I went crazy when he was the ball, bitch. We about to win, and we won.
Exactly. But this is why, and I just want to say this because, like you said, we can apply this to a lot of different avenues in life. This is why the word, when he said it today, transactional,
makes sense.
When that guy asked him that, and he looked up at him and said, it's always transactional, it made me start to look at not only this trade, which was a super big deal. Once again, blockbuster situation. I think that Luka is a generational talent.
Yes.
I think that he is going to have, if he's healthy.
Yes.
They said he got to get right because he ain't played since Christmas. If he's healthy, I think the future looks bright for him. He's young. If he stays on track the way he is, I definitely know that he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That's my speculation.
Yes, me too.
At the end of the day, do I think that if it was anywhere else, that this would be a little bit different? I think it would have steam. Don't know if it had his steam.
Yeah.
Because it's the other players that's involved as well. So we'll see how that plays out. As far as the situation, they keep asking the question. You answered it already. You said that you feel like the Lakers got the better of the deal because they're building for the future. Right. I think that there's two ways to answer it. That was one of them. Obviously, Big Perk was saying too. It depends on what you're looking for. Right. If you're Dallas, I think you're constructing a team to win now. Yeah. You're trying to do what you got to do because you got him. Klay Thompson is over there. Klay still can shoot. You know what I mean? And you got Kyrie, obviously.
Yeah. AD play. That's crazy. That's a big three.
So that's a big three. Like that was smoothly created, real quiet, while everybody's focusing on what's going on with the Lakers.
And they were just in the finals.
They were just in the finals. Now, is Luka AD? No. Is AD Luka? No. So what these teams did, in my opinion, they made the adjustments necessary to feel like they're going to be able to address the things that they want to. Yeah. I don't feel like LA is looking to do it this year. And for me, that makes sense. LeBron's already saying he's expecting to stay for a couple more years. Yeah. But on the flip side of that situation, when it comes to the situation with AD, 31 years old, Kyrie's probably in his 30s at this point.
I'm about to ask you this question, though.
What's up?
Real quick.
What's up?
If they would have did that for Kyrie, do you think LA was trying to make a run to win now? I do.
See, my thing with that right there is such a backstory to that. Yes. Because first off, once again, he's older. Yeah. You know what I mean?
There you go.
He's older.
That's the biggest part.
So that's why I said
it ain't for the future if he's already in his 30s.
So that's why I say the organization is looking like y'all can be as mad as y'all want. We traded away AD. Yes, we liked him as a player. Yes, that's cool. LeBron's leaving in maybe 3 to 4 years.
They got
tops.
And people keep
And
forgetting.
that's keeping them going longer.
People keep forgetting when they got AD. Obviously, he was in his 20s.
Right.
They like to have that because here's the thing: they wanted him to be that.
Did you
wanted
watch the thing? That's what they were saying.
You can look at it.
They wanted him to be. He didn't take that. And so because they didn't, now you look at a person like Luka who don't play second fiddle to nobody.
Yeah.
This is what the Lakers did.
That's it. That's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
We getting ready to lock up the next 10 years. So when big dog get ready to slide out of the mix.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have that piece.
They're gonna turn around, then the Lakers gonna go in the draft or somewhere in the offseason and try to get them a big guy, a big man. Right?
Yep.
We're not looking for somebody to be, this is what everybody gotta get around. We're not looking for somebody to be the next LeBron James.
That's right.
We're looking for somebody to be the next face of the team.
That's it.
And that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So even if people turn back around and it just didn't hit them as hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same reason why Minnesota and the Knicks made the trade for Big Cat and Julius Randle. Because Randle was balling over there.
Yeah.
They just gave him some more pieces and everything they had. They got Jalen Brunson and all that. The Knicks was looking good. They needed some more little role players. They'd have been, Josh Hart. Whoever think that Josh Hart would be what he is. No disrespect to him, but how he is in New York.
He was a good role player where he was before, yeah.
Yeah. So my point is, what I'm saying, these big markets, because you just literally said the Knicks and the Lakers.
Two biggest markets.
They got it.
Clearly.
They got to have that face. You see what I'm saying? Now, it ain't about Luka playing. I don't think it's about Luka playing in the big market. I think Luka just, for whatever reason, not just with the organization, the area, he has his own reasons of not wanting to play.
Once again, I think that it was going to take power to move power.
Right.
He couldn't have came to the Sixers.
Right. No.
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
He couldn't go to Oklahoma City or not the Spurs today, maybe the Spurs of yesteryear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would have had to go. He would have had to go to the Knicks. He would have had to go to the Lakers.
It's sad to say, and it's gonna sound crazy. The only other team that he could have probably went to, was the Clippers because it's still in L.A.
Oh, the third biggest franchise is Boston.
Boston,
Celtics.
Yeah, Boston.
Boston, the Lakers, and the Knicks are the three largest
for the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason and because you got,
I'm like, yo, it's the third one.
You got the well. First of all, they got the most championships.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I couldn't remember. I'm like, how I forget them? Yeah.
Besides the fact that they have the most championships, you always got to have a strong blue collar city.
Yeah,
and they're the blue collar team out of those. But New York and LA, and I would say a quiet fourth because of just the way America is designed is Miami. You see what I'm saying? They're a quiet fourth, but those three are the top three franchises. It's going to always be in the NBA: the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics, and the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I mean?
They got the most extensive history,
right? Yeah,
and all that. But bro, you know how we are, man. We look at this stuff for what it is, and we realize more than anything else.
But not just to switch gears on sports. They pretty much made the announcements and the next time we do a show after this, the NFL honors will be done.
Okay.
So they already pretty much said Lamar Jackson won MVP.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson won MVP. Saquon won Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Patrick Surtain. Rookie of the Year for defense is the dude that said he hated to play for the Rams. They said he hated the Eagles.
Number 8. I'm trying to remember his name, Verse or something like that.
Yeah, Verse. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
And Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Yeah. They all make sense to me.
At the end of the day, man,
but if I'm wrong, because this is before honors, I seen it, but I could be wrong. But that's what I think it really is because they said
they
Swami.
They did what they did in terms of, whatever conclusions they came up with. I'm quite sure they got enough to support it. Anything outside of that would be more, personal opinion.
I think it all makes sense.
It's cool. Like me, I really don't care. But it's like.
No, I'm just speaking on because
I do care, but not to that degree. I can't believe they went off of this.
Last episode, and this was all
I do care in the sense that I would have loved to have Saquon be
one
MVP.
MVP, yeah.
I don't care enough to debate, not with anybody.
Oh no,
about why they came to their conclusion.
Oh yeah, no.
You know
I'm just putting it out there.
No, but I'm glad because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I didn't want to tell you on the phone. I just wanted to say it on the show.
That's good. No,
yeah. But I seen it yesterday, and shout out to DK, shout out to Debo Show. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Shout out DJ Books.
Absolutely.
But me and him was talking about it yesterday, and he said the one thing he seen somebody argue, and I got to bring this up. This is why I got to bring it up. Somebody said they don't think Jaden Daniels should have been Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's their opinion. He said, I can't even remember who they was. He said, I said they probably said Brock Bowers. He said, I think that's who they said. I said, it makes sense.
He was tough.
But he still, Jaden Daniels is the Offensive Rookie of the Year, in my opinion.
There hasn't been 1 year that has gone by in any of these sports
that you ain't going to have a debate.
There isn't some kind of debate about whatever was the conclusion.
Right.
The final say for everything. Yeah. I think that's what makes sports interesting.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, they was
all of that.
But
I think that without that, it's cool. But that's all part of it.
That's all part of it.
You gotta think about it, bro. Before we get ready to get out of here, you gotta think about it. Like the concept of coming up with MVP is a conversation where a person had to say, "Well, we need to make somebody the MVP of the league," and a person may turn around and say, "Well, he ain't the MVP of this team.
Yeah.
Why would he, who makes him the MVP's MVP?"
Yeah.
Because to me, the most valuable player is associated with, the impact that they have on that team, like we discussed last week.
Mm-hmm.
That team.
Yeah.
You making him the MVP of the entire league. Yeah. And it's like, that ain't help our organization. Right. So when he's the MVP's MVP. Yeah. So, but I think it's there because it keeps controversy. It keeps conversations.
It keeps
debates.
Yeah.
It keeps, the things that we're doing now.
I really believe that Lamar Jackson won off the fact that 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
And he had like 900 rushing yards. He almost had it. And he threw for I think maybe almost 3,000 passing yards or maybe 3,000, 3,500. So his numbers was just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how they look at it.
Yeah.
But I always feel like MVP is rigged because I feel like the years that Aaron Rodgers won over Tom Brady just didn't make sense. Because, see, Brady threw more touchdowns. We had but you know what? Brady didn't care. He won the Super Bowl. That's all Saquon won now.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think each team, has that person that makes a difference.
Right.
I mean, it's a team sport. Like you said, it's ultimate team sport.
So before we wrap up, y'all, get out of here. Just got to ask P this question real quick. I already know he feels like the Eagles is going to win because the next time we talk to y'all, next episode y'all see.
That's right.
Super Bowl going to be done.
Yep.
Score. Got a score for me?
I'm not the Swami. Yeah. I'm not the Swami.
Blowout, or I'll put it to you, there's no exact score. Blowout or close?
No, I don't think the politics allows it. I think that
sometimes Super Bowl they do.
Well, I don't think it's a big blowout. I think it'll be a high scoring. I don't know about blowout.
I don't think it's high scoring.
Okay, that's fine. But I do think that we will be victorious. First, let me start there. I think that everybody comes in with the same mindset, what they're going to take away from the game and how they're going to have all these different strategies and stuff like that. I think we're going to see exactly why this Eagles team is prepared for this moment. This is what I believe. And I believe that we'll get out there, and I think that the margin will be greater than a touchdown.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. I'll answer that way. I believe it'll be greater.
I'm going to just say it like this. I know I gave a little fugazi score last week, but nah. Eagles championship, win by 10. That's how I see it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This has been what episode we had? What is this episode?
192.
192, man. Yep. You know what I mean? We thank y'all for tuning in to the Porch Podcast. Remember, you can hear us on all your favorite podcast and streaming sites like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Audible, Stitcher, Amazon Music, anywhere you listen to your podcast at. Pete, tell them where they can see us at.
They can see us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at the Porch Podcast. Generally on Wednesdays, right around 7 p.m. If you have not done so already, if you hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell, you'll know exactly when all of the episodes come out. As he said, This has been episode number 192, you know, and we appreciate you once again being here with us because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us and we appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
All
Go
right,
Birds.
Go Birds.
Peace, family.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.